Hey, Sean Farrow, congratulations on being nominated for Glazer of the Year.
Thank you so much.
So tell us where you're from, and when you were a child, did you think you'd be a glazer when you grew up?
Well, I currently reside in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale. Um, when I was a child, no, absolutely not. I had no idea what I wanted to be. I wasn't even putting too much thought into it, and just run around, bouncing around from job to job. No matter what I did, I always, tried to embrace whatever skill it was, whether it was flipping hamburgers or working construction sites.
And how did you get into the glazing industry?
Well, I was young. I was probably maybe 17 years old. Didn't have too much direction in my life. I met uh, this girl, and her father had a business, kind of inside a business that was doing for like all the stamped out homes in the area in South Florida at the time. He had a mirror section set up, basically lick 'em and stick 'em mirrors, stock sizes. That was my first job, and that was so long ago. It was like $5 an hour, and I got into it so much that I was working 70, 80 hours a week, and I just enjoyed it. Of course, being with family and being with the girl's father, every issue that her and I were going through personally, I'd hear it at work. The next day, what are you doing? This and that. What's going on with you and my baby? So I kind of got out of that and found a job still in. I loved glass. I just loved it since the first day I did it. So I was fortunate enough to go into custom glass shops that already had seasoned vets in there, older guys that knew pretty much the full spectrum of glass and glazing. I embraced it and I got into it. I really, really had a passion for it right from the beginning. And all of a sudden I was like, tell me what, show me this. And I'm sitting there, not just existing, but actually absorbing the talent that these guys have 20 years before me, just etched in them. Next thing I know, it was just like second nature to me. And here it is. I'm thinking, oh, it's a job, but it really isn't, because I couldn't wait to get to work.
You've transferred all that now into your own company, and you
Yes.
do you do some really unique projects. Why don't you take us through a couple projects that you've done that you'd like to talk about?
Well, I'm very fortunate because the talents that I am able to create and do, the measuring, the cutting, the fabrication. We do a lot of custom interior projects for large residential properties, and everybody wants something better or innovative or something that their next door, their neighbor or their family member, they don't have. So we try to resource it, and we do. A lot of times they're like, can you do that? And even if I've never done it, I'm like, sure, yeah, no problem. And then next thing I know, I find myself, grinding and resourcing material or having special hardware fabricated.
Yeah.
And the jobs that we've done, we've been blessed with.
The custom home stuff. I don't know if you're at liberty to tell us this, but can you drop any names of some of these clients?
I can, because all my clients I've become very personal friends with. We've done a lot of athletes, a lot of the Miami Dolphins players. Kyle Vanoy. We've done a lot of the Victoria's Secret models, Adriana Cole. We do a lot of work for the high rollers down here, which is the Huizinga family, which they're pretty much probably one of our largest clients. We also do the vice president for Sara Lee Corporation. That gentleman's name is Steve McMillan, and he has a pretty large property up in Manalapan, Florida, 53,000 square foot house. So we've done extensive glass work for him, and did Celine Dion's house in California. We were asked to help with that. We do a lot of curved and bent and 3D bent glass and aluminum and stainless work with transition staircases, which there's only, unfortunately, there's only a handful of technicians that can do that, and I'm proud to say that we're one of them.
How would you define a leader?
Well, a leader to me is somebody that can take a lot, not necessarily all, because we're only human, but a leader is somebody that can take a situation, whether it's somebody being late or somebody having a problem with their family, and being able to deal with just about any situation, and having having the empathy, limited sympathy, but more empathy is understanding that everybody's surviving in this world. Everybody, you, me, all of us. And, especially with the employees, you have to be a leader and put the energy out there where you feel like you're not intimidating anybody, disrespecting anybody, and just to create a good, comfortable work environment, whether it's in the shop or on the job site or while we're traveling, just to keep a good energy. That's to me, that's really the most important thing of leadership.
How do you define a glazer?
I knew that was going to be one of the questions, and I really couldn't wait to answer that, because in my personal opinion, you look on you ask Google or you read in any dictionary. I mean, any dictionary to define a glazer, and it's sad because it cuts us short big time. It cuts us as glazers in this trade. It defines us very limited, and it doesn't say the full facets of what a glazer is. And to me, a glazer is somebody that can take any piece of glass or any application and cut it, manipulate it, install it, even if it doesn't fit, whether it's our fault, whether from measuring or manufacturing, to do your best where to get it to go in if you possibly can. And if it can't, means it won't, period. Not that you can't do it. When you're a glazer, we all know that we've rigged stuff where we can make it happen, where it's acceptable, both safety and aesthetically. And it's, again, the definitions of glazer on any platform is cutting all of us short.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In Tahiti, getting fanned down by a Chapuchian monkey. No, actually, I really
didn't sound bad.
I know, right? Getting served, a 40 cents domestic Heineken or Corona. In 5 years, I can say I see myself still doing it, still embracing it, maybe sitting back and looking at the work that I have done, my accomplishments, anything that I have shown on social media or on Glazer Nation that may have helped some newbies in the trade. By then, there'll probably be seasoned vets, or at least more seasoned, more familiar with the products. But just to still be in the trade at some facet, at some spectrum of this trade, I cannot see myself, especially 5 years, still rocking, rolling, and enjoying all the benefits of the experiences and the customers.
What do you need to do during that time to stay successful at that point?
For me, is to stay focused. We all get off track from personal business or life or even business, but the thing is to stay strong, keep on trucking, keep on trying to reinvent myself every day, or at least every week, and to understand that there's the possibilities of new techniques and new hardware, to just consistently learn and to embrace all the facets of the glass industry.
Sounds great, man. Sean, I appreciate your time, dude. Great conversation.
Yeah, thank you. You as well.
If people want to get more of you, I know they can find you on Facebook through the Glazer Nation group. You've also got an Instagram. Run that handle by me.
It's Advanced Glass Ind, IND.
Sean puts out a lot of good content for the glass industry. Highly recommend checking him out. Sean, best of luck, man.
Oh, thank you so much, Sean. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. Take care.
Thank you.